Good morning, I'm Danan, and this is a little preview to the Weightless with Danan program that's starting up January the 20th. And listen, I'm going to tell you straight up right now, as soon as I hit record, Mr. Spock started going crazy, and you may hear him screaming and running and having his happy cat morning. I don't know what has gotten into him, but he's got the zoomies and he's screaming, running around. So apologies in advance. So, hey, today, here's what I'm going to do to help you get this day started. This is kind of similar to what we're going to do with the program. This is just kind of a preview of it for you. We're going to do a gratitude journal list. We're going to talk about a supplement that I think is just amazing, that I've started to tell people, a lot of different kinds of people to take. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about, how to get this program going, what to do. First of all, if you're interested, go to dananwhitten.com. 12 weeks. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm your cheerleader. I'm going to give you ideas. It's not just about weight loss, but if you're thinking, gosh, I need to change, I just got to do some of this stuff better, or I just want to get a little healthier, or find out how to get started getting healthier. It's a private Facebook group that you will have admission into and all that information. Whereas wherever you found this, starting on the 20th, you will have the only access to stuff like this will be over on the private Facebook group. To get in, you need to go ahead and get started. We're already started over there. So, go ahead and get started. You just pay and I put you in the group. That's how it works. Really easy. Okay. So first I want to talk to you about NAC. So it's an amino acid. NAC is an amino acid. It is, in acetylcysteine, which is why we call it NAC. That's a derivative, and it is totally underestimated, or it has been in the past. But now we're seeing that with studies that NAC is so beneficial to so many different people. So it's used by the body to make glutathione, which is one of the body's most important antioxidants. And there goes Mr. Spock. So the major impact of NAC is for the immune system, for liver protection, detoxification, cardiovascular health. But way, way more. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties here. So, and I'm reading from an article from Epoch Times, by the way, if you're interested. NAC modulates the expression of genes that affect the inflammatory process, and who doesn't need help with inflammation these days with our diets and everything, all the toxins going on in the world? For sure, it can either blunt or reverse chronic inflammatory conditions, which is amazing. So let's talk about the cardiovascular system benefits of NAC. Well, it prevents LDL cholesterol, that's the bad kind, from being oxidized and causing inflammatory damage to our blood vessels. It lowers the level of homocysteine, which prevents the buildup of plaque in the arteries. So, it's also known as the most effective natural remedy that lowers the blood levels of lipoprotein, and that's thought to be a more accurate predictor of cardiovascular disease than blood levels of cholesterol, by the way. And diet changes and drugs cannot lower lipoprotein anywhere near as well as NAC can. It also improves insulin resistance and will improve metabolic syndrome, diabetes, and hypoglycemia. I mean, oh my God, we all need this, right? After I knew some of the benefits of NAC, but I got to tell you, I'm thinking about taking it, especially at my age. Here's why. It's been documented to help numerous neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease, MS, Alzheimer's, hearing damage, ataxia, and ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. It stands to reason that NAC would also be helpful with supplementation because it raises those levels, right, of GSH. Because NAC boosts the body's levels of GSH, it helps fight most viruses, including influenza, HIV. It's also vital for optimal T and I'm going to tear this up, lymphocyte function. NAC can block the production of the AIDS virus, so it's a valuable natural defense against it, at least this virus and maybe millions of others. So, what do you guys think? I'm thinking, and I have an NAC. I just wanted to tell you, I have an NAC supplement at the shop, and I got it for somebody who wanted some liver help, but now I'm thinking I'm going to put it in different sections of the shop as well. Let's talk about the detox benefits. Well, NAC protects the body from many different toxins because of its content of sulfhydryl groups that can bind and inactivate herbicides, mercury, cadmium, lead, other toxic heavy metals, drugs like acetaminophen, environmental pollutants, microbes like E. coli, oh my gosh, and aflatoxin. Here's the biggest thing, and I've known this is another reason I keep NAC at the store. You can give someone NAC who is having acetaminophen poisoning. So if somebody has taken too much Tylenol at a dangerous level, you can actually, it's approved by the government as a drug to give someone if they have overdosed on Tylenol. So also good to have if someone is taking too much Tylenol. It's a liver protectant. That's why I said I have it in the liver section of the shop. So here's something also very exciting. A very common condition plaguing more than 50 million people in North America is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I know several people listening to this have been told they have a fatty liver. Well, that's where the liver stores excessive amounts of fat, mostly due to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, or diabetes, or pre-diabetes people. Liver function tests usually indicate damage to liver cells, and the liver appears grossly fatty on an ultrasound. This condition is benefited by a strict restriction of simple carbs, which we can talk about in the program, as well as vigorous exercise. Studies also show a significant improvement in liver function tests in those suffering with supplementation of NAC. Not only does it protect liver cells, but it can also help heal a damaged liver. It has respiratory tract benefits because NAC is a mucolytic. Just about any lung or bronchial problem can benefit from high NAC supplementation, whether you have chronic bronchitis, cystic fibrosis, asthma, sinusitis, or pneumonia. It reduces the frequency and duration of COPD attacks. Let's talk about your stomach and other gut benefits. Well, the bacteria known as H. pylori has been acknowledged to be the cause of ulcers, gastritis, reflux disorder, discomforts, and even different types of gastrointestinal cancer. In fact, it's the second leading cause of all cancers. NAC supplementation is capable of inactivating H. pylori and is something worth adding in any resistant to antibiotics H. pylori infection. Wow. What about your kidneys? Well, kidney disease is greatly helped by NAC supplementation. Even dialysis patients can be helped by as little as 600 milligrams of NAC daily to reduce inflammation occurring in chronic kidney disease. How about compulsive hair pulling? I know, right? It's an obsessive compulsive disorder in which victims pull out their hair for inexplicable reasons, causing noticeable hair loss. Well, usually they give people antidepressant drugs or major tranquilizers, but studies have indicated that NAC significantly reduces the compulsive hair pulling. Yeah. They're also saying that schizophrenia, autism, bipolar disease, and other obsessive compulsive disorders can be improved with NAC. How about its athletic benefits? Well, due to its antioxidant effects and benefits to the respiratory system, NAC is known to improve athletic performance. What about anti-aging? Oh my God, this list, y'all, goes on and on. So it helps with overall aging. Because it helps reduce free radicals in the body. What about drug addiction? Well, studies have indicated that NAC also diminishes the craving for highly addictive drugs, including cocaine and nicotine. So I'm thinking it might be, I might start using this in anti-smoking because, I mean, it's good for everything too. If it will reduce your cravings for nicotine, nice. Okay. So, the only side effect listed, and the only one I've seen as well, is that you should never take NAC on an empty stomach because it can cause you to be nauseated on an empty stomach. So come talk to me about NAC. Do your own research as well, please. All right. So I want to talk to you about 12 things that happy people do that unhappy people do not. This is written by Reverend Shane Bishop. And his list of 12 things that happy people do are something that we all need reminders about, all of us. But I want you to think about this today when you're getting your day started, how you can do these things more instead of the opposite to have an overall happier life. I mean, we're all here on this planet. We might as well enjoy it, right? Number 1, focus on what you have and not what you don't. Oh my God, easier said than done, right? But listen, every one of these things, it's not like you have to say, well, that's not easy, so I'm not going to do it. No, I'm going to ask you to do all the hard stuff because the ability to do the hard stuff is what changes your life. So from now on, you're going to focus on what you have. And that's part of that is having a gratitude journal and being more mindful of the blessings that you have and getting a little perspective here, okay? You live in the most wealthy country in the world. You've got it good. Don't even start with me. Okay, number 2. Question the sources of your expectations. What does that mean? Well, most unhappy people want things they don't have, and they want them bad. Are your expectations realistic? Are you basing everything that you want on the media or television? Think about that for a second. Where are these expectations coming from? Number 3, be generous. Selfish people are always going to be miserable, and happy people give of their time and their resources because giving and sharing and helping people will make you happier. Number 4, remember, happiness isn't the destination, it's the journey. Every day on your way to what you want out of life can be happy. Trust me, I know. And, by the way, if you have a happy journey, you're going to get to your destination sooner, I promise you. Number 5, if you don't like your life, you're the one who has to change it. No one else is going to change your life for you. And if you're miserable but you're scared to change it, you're going to stay miserable, honey. Change is scary, but you have to take control of your own life. If there's somebody you need to leave, you're the one who's going to have to do it. You can't make somebody miserable enough to leave you. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to stand up for yourself and live the life you were supposed to live. 6, slow down. Enjoy something. Look around. Say, oh, I could have fun doing this. I'm going to look at the beauty here. Do something nice for yourself that is your time. You need me time. Number 7, realize that there are no shortcuts. Oh my gosh, there are no shortcuts. It's hard work. and you have to go through it. If you don't go through it, you won't learn the lessons of whatever it is. Trust me, you don't want to win the Powerball. What you want to do is become a person who earns Powerball money. There's a big difference. 8, and this is good for all of Americans and anyone really these days. Stop feeling entitled. Nobody owes you anything. Just assume you're not going to get any help. You're not going to receive any inheritance, and no one's going to give you a break. Now, go make your life happen and be happy about it. You're not getting any kind of present, prize, bonus. Go do it. Mr. Spock thinks that's great. 9, think significance. Okay, significance is achieved by leaving the world better than you found it. What is the importance of this? The significance of what you're doing in your life. People who feel their lives really matter are the happiest people of all. 10, forgive. Forgiving the people who've hurt you breaks their power over you. Forgive yourself for your failures or what you think are your failures, which really aren't. They're just you on your journey to greatness. Ask God to forgive you if you need to. Ask those you've hurt to forgive you. Make restitution where you can and move on. Forgiveness is for all of us. 11, a great attitude is a choice, not a disposition. When you see happy people walking around, people who always have good attitudes, they have worked at that. It's not easier for them. They have made a conscious decision. They know a secret that you don't know, and that is you can choose to walk out of that door and see all the good things in life and be happy. And it makes for a happier, more fulfilling life, period. And 12, and I love this one, speak life. When you speak, choose the words that uplift, that encourage, that bring positive energy into every little single situation. Watch your words, and now, from now on, day one, be in control of every word that comes out of your mouth. Every one. And all of your words should be uplifting, loving, light, energy. You know, be the person that does something good in the world, not brings everybody down. We already have plenty of that. Okay, so those are 12 ways to be happier. And now here's one of the big ones was have a gratitude, count your blessings. So I'm going to give you a gratitude assignment for the day. And then later on today, I'm going to be posting a juice recipe that's going to be outrageous, but easy to make. You're going to be surprised by this one. And message me if you have any questions about the Weightless with Danan program starting Monday the 20th. Oh my gosh. Also, I just want to let you know that there's a podcast before this one that has a guided meditation on it if you want to try a guided meditation if you've never meditated before. It's very short. It's only a few minutes long. Okay, today on your gratitude list, you're going to write the best choices you have made in life so far. So let's celebrate those. Like you went back to school, or you married the person that you married, or you took the job that you did, or you learned how to crochet or knit, or you had your children. I want to celebrate those choices. Let's try to do 10 because I know you've got more than 10, but let's just take it with 10. How many of the choices that you have made so far in life have been wonderful, great choices? Maybe it was a choice that seemed difficult, but it led to something even better. So list those out in your gratitude statements and get that down for the day. It's going to be a great day with great choices and lots of health and beauty and happiness and love. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah!